a smile that I'll never forget it. Was it? And there was a presence in that room. You could feel the holy angels in that room. I didn't even want that moment.
This is a rhyme made.
If that's any indication of what heaven is, that peaceful.
You know it says Memorex.
Yeah. Sitting at the feet of Jesus.
Yeah, it does have the antenna on the middle at the bottom.
When you have
It's
heaven,
made
you have heaven.
in May
Too
2000.
many people going to
Yeah,
heaven.
this is made in 2000.
Too many.
Okay, but just
Yeah.
But right, we said back when we said about COVID, I was telling Susan that. Yes, Dr. Fauci and Susan.
just ignore the background. I'm just
Every
doing
day,
the review.
millions of people die of
Let me just try this
heart
too.
attacks and suicides and cancer, and the list goes on. And they need these ventilators.
Print date is the 6th week of 2002. I don't have a remote for that. Well, it's not mine, so.
They ain't done with him yet.
The one that scares me is the election coming up in,
Now available on video cassette.
because they're gonna have so many.
SpongeBob coming to video and DVD.
They're gonna have so many foreigners in here, many reasons to vote.
Let's see if we're-
But we need to get them to vote.
Proof that was. This is a 2-head VCR because you only see. This is. You can see stack lines. It's 2-head VCR, not a 4-head. Let's try to wind it.
They are gonna try to get them to vote.
This is
I
a.
expect them to vote for the Democrats.
I do have the same model with the Orion VCR, which is a 4-head VCR.
And that is if it goes through. This part has got their own problem with it by themselves. It's trouble to get him the second time.
I probably shouldn't feel this way about you.
Stop and fast forward.
You can't stop fighting.
It's been doing good.
Yeah, does it say line?
We gotta get smarter. The GOP
Yeah,
gotta
and
get
we have to
smarter.
encourage people who have a real anointing and know the Lord to run for office. And who are willing not to get caught up in Washington DC and the
There's a
craziness
couple
there.
of them there now.
Yeah.
But they're few and far
Well,
between.
isn't Christy,
Christian, no?
the guy ran for president and didn't make it.
Chris Christie.
Yeah,
Is
no.
he a Christian or not?
Marco Rubio is. And so is DeSantis is a
DeSantis,
Christian.
yeah.
Is a Christian.
I look for him to be a runner-up. I really do.
Runner up or no?
Huh?
He'll be running,
He'll be a good contender.
Yeah. And it all
Trump
depends.
was not great. Trump was a Republican. Trump was good
He
with money,
was good. He was good at getting stuff done.
but he used his mouth too much.
Yeah.
That's his downfall. That's his downfall. Using Twitter too
But then he did back up. He did get into quite a bit.
But then toward the end, he wouldn't stop.
But
Yeah.
And he was
as
getting
far as getting
ridiculous on some
stuff
of the
done,
things he
yeah,
was
he
saying.
was far ahead of
Economically,
most.
I'd rather have him in office than any other president we've
Yeah.
had for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Because he knew his stuff economically. He knew how economics worked. He also was a good reader of people. You know, he knew who.
Yeah, this is a mono VCR, TV VCR.
Got us as far as the economy.
I'll show you the back of it.
We're self-sufficient of energy self-sufficient in 75 years. He's the only president that got
Whatever
it.
president did we ever had that sat down with Kim Jong-un or whatever his name is.
We didn't.
With Trump.
But he also confronted the Chinese president too. And
May
told him who he
2011.
was. He wasn't pulling punches with him at all.
Yeah.
And it really angered the Democrats because the Democrats are so
MVT
far into China and they get most of their money from China, especially the
2135B.
Biden family.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I
it's
think
been
this
proven that
VCR is
it's been
version
proven
2. It says version B, it says.
But everything was supposed to be collusion with Trump.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
Yeah, this TVCR only uses front input only. Yeah, it's the 13-inch TV VCR combo. It's a 13-inch, so it's not even a big TV. It's probably a little small TV.
He surprised me because when he was little, he drew all the time. So that means he was right brained and he could take a SpongeBob that was this big and scale it up to this, and it was still.
Put
unfortunate.
another VHS.
So, it just, it blew me away, it's like, and there it was done. And it was amazing, his spatial sense is incredible.
It is, it's amazing.
And I was really concerned about him when he started.
Yeah,
out,
that's-
Because your artistic side is your right brain, and that's where he spent his time. Now he's logical, he's the left side. Oh God, it's terrible. Look how fast he was learning to add and subtract and multiply. Now, they didn't take him into division, because how much do we ever use it anymore? And it would have just confused the issue. But to this day, he knows his numbers, and he knows how to add, subtract, and multiply, yeah. And it just absolutely blew me away.
She seen someone in my room the other night. That's all I did when I was a kid. I'd sit there in the living room, and Mom would be out here making supper, and I'd be sitting there drawing.
Yeah,
Anything and everything.
yeah.
I mean, just antiques. I'd look across the street while they were building those two houses across the street there, and the construction equipment. I was sitting there drawing the construction equipment
Wow.
sitting out there.
Wow. That's interesting, yeah.
But Dad did the same thing.
Did he?
Dad he's a mechanical engineer
Okay.
for Bird Electronics for how many years.
Mhm.
So he had a drawing background,
Right.
mechanical drawing.
Right.
Well, yeah, I took mechanical drawing at night school after I got out, back from Cleveland.
Produced December 16th,
I
1999.
was working in the
So this is the
dealership.
1999
So I
VHS
went
because
to my-
this copy has no Kellogg's Rice Krispies
went to
promo
for
at the beginning or at the end.
Not only machine
Yeah.
shop,
Yeah.
machine shop.
So yeah,
And then
that-
I took a night
that-
course
oh.
in mechanical drawing.
Yeah.
do have.
And honestly,
I just record this off to
the
180 cartoons.
5 years of the job that I've been doing.
Is that right?
Yeah, besides working out in the field, doing mechanics and all kinds of equipment. I also done machine shop work in the shop, making parts.
Yeah.
And
I have an
drawing
EP
stuff out
features.
for actually making modifications on the equipment and stuff like that. And now I'm doing training.
Wow.
For the last 3 years since I've been on field, I just got the okay this last week. Gear up again. I hired 4 more guys, so I got all kinds of tech training I gotta come up with now and try to get things done online and have at least 5 guys every 2, at least twice a month.
Now, we're talking about the boys from this college. What they were doing now.
We're just just the tracking.
The boys, the 3 boys.
Oh,
Tell her about that story.
it's a school from up in Harrisburg, and they have no equipment in the school. It's all classroom, but I guess they thought that I was supposed to train people that never worked in an equipment in their life. They've never even driven a lawnmower.
He came home, he's like, I'm so frustrated, he said, I don't even know how I'm gonna talk to you.
But at least I had my CFO, my CEO on my side, because I said, we're not filled for this, we're not set up for it. He said, cut it. Just-
Well, that won't be a good tracking.
So I did, I mean,
That's a shame.
I called him,
That's a shame.
but what had happened was I gave a suggestion to my previous.
Very quiet.
The people that you send here have to have some type of a background, experience of behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Okay? So before I actually told them flat out, no, I'm not doing it anymore, our company's not set up, I don't have the area to even do it inside the building.
Right.
I have to have them outside the
I
building,
need one more
in
VHS.
open space.
Right.
You know, nothing around them at the time and everything. But I let them know, I said, if you have another school that you're sending them to for sit-down operations,
Right.
they should go through that class first. Get time behind the wheel, because that's the easiest unit to actually operate.
Absolutely.
Before you think about having them operate stand-up operations, which are narrow aisle units that you sit in big warehouses. Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever. The reach trucks, I've probably failed 3 people in the
Wow.
because those units take practice with,
Right.
and you have to have some type of skill in doing how many different operations.
Right.
So I let them know, I said, that is my recommendation. I said, if they can get through that, then give us a call, and we'll see whether or not we can get them through.
Because if he'd signed
So,
something and somebody would get.
I told them flat
yeah.
out, I
Yeah.
said, they've been here twice,
Yeah.
and I said, just with the walk behind operating the pallet, I said, they couldn't even get the forks into the pallet. I said, if it takes them 15 times to get the forks into the pallet, they're not gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
I just let them know, I said, I cannot sign somebody's security card if I don't feel that they're capable. I said, I don't want them going someplace and getting a job and
Yeah.
saying, oh yeah, I can operate that, and then upset the rest.
Right.
I said,
When did that guy down there get killed? When was that? When we had to go down there to like, look at the equipment or something?
my old customer, that was last year, right before COVID hit. And I happened to be in there, and he was in there. He was trying to do 3 things at one time with a ARG 45-foot Z-move. And he killed himself. He got himself crushed between the platform controls and hangar beam that was behind him.
That does work sometimes, mess it up.
Lift the boom at the same time, and he's moving forward.
Alright. That'll be the TV VCR combo.
And crush it.
Yeah.
The bad thing was, it was caught all on video on the inside of the building.
Yeah.
Nobody was.
Thanks
nobody
for
was in the
watching.
building. It was at lunchtime.